Hey YouTube, guess what I've got here? This is the new ASUS TUF 15 with the 3 RTX 3070 on board. So let's quickly open it up. Sorry, I don't have the tripod right now because my kids took it from me. Come on. Alright, TUF Dash F15. So pretty good processor, 1 terabyte SSD and RTX 3070. So I'm gonna do a mining video a little later. Obviously, what else would I buy it for? Okay, you'll ask how much it costs. Oops. So I bought it from Best Buy and it's $1,450. Now it's kind of expensive if you buy it just for mining, but the thing is, if you go on Craigslist, for example, a 3070 will cost you $1,500 these days. So I think it's not a bad deal. Pretty nice. Okay, so ventilation, we have heat pump pipes over there, couple fans, exhaust here, exhaust there, exhaust on this side and on that side, and probably also on the top, or maybe those are speakers. Anyway, so I'm gonna do an in-depth review and a mining video for you a little later, but a really nice machine, and I'm gonna use it for work as well and for mining. Now our goal is to get about 55 mega hashes per second out of this guy. If we get more, great. If not, we're still happy around 50. But I've seen a video where the guy gets 52 mega hashes with the 3070 Max Q. Now again, this doesn't state, it just says 3070 on the website, but yeah, we'll see. Hey guys, look at this beauty. Looks really amazing in the dark, and looks just as amazing when we have the lights on. Alright guys, this is Leo, and we're making a short review of this ASUS TUF Dash F15. Okay, that's a lot of words, but basically it is a new model of ASUS TUF gaming laptops that comes with an RTX 3070, and all the other specs are pretty nice as well. Alright guys, so while beauty of your computer is important, obviously, we as miners primarily care about hash rate. And as you can see here, the hash rate we're getting out of this 3070 is 44 mega hashes per second. Actually, I would be getting like almost 45, but right now it's at 44. So let's see if that will change it. Basically, I've done everything that I could with this. I overclocked the memory, I overclocked the core. So as soon as I go like over 700 overclock on the memory, it crashes. Like, not just crashes, it actually, the whole computer just basically freezes, and we have to hard reset it. So if we go overclock on 675, I don't know, maybe we can do like 685, but it will probably crash. Let's try 675. Our hash rate will actually drop to like 42, 41 mega hash, okay? And basically, somehow we're limited at 85 watts on the GPU. Alright, I do have the latest drivers installed, 461.72. I installed them with latest drivers, didn't make any difference, it's just as slow as so I actually didn't expect it to be so slow. Wow, it's dropping to 36. What's going on here? Let's put it in turbo. And by the way, this ASUS utility program, it's really pretty pathetic. It doesn't let you do anything. You can just select the mode, like turbo, performance, silent, but besides that, it won't let you do anything. So yeah, basically if we overclock the memory, you can probably see I have 675 here. But if we do minus 202, now this is one of those tricks we learned with 1660s supers, which you can see right over there. There's a whole row of them, 9 1660 supers, and all of those are Hynix memory. So we downclock them by 502 megahertz, and that gives us a pretty nice boost in performance. All right, so apparently it works here as well. But this here is Micron memory, so I have no idea. Basically, I've watched other guys do this, and I'm going to show you a video where the guy is running the same 3070 at 52 mega hashes. Alright guys, so here is the video. It's in Russian, so if you don't understand Russian, that's okay. You can see on the screen what he shows. Let's go.
При этом поставил MSI Afterburner. В MSI Afterburner у меня работают всего две вещи. То есть Core Clock, который мне для этого алгоритма не нужен, и Memory Clock. Пробовала сюда писать и 1000, и 750, даже 700 отлетает. 675 держит. То есть работает нормально. В данный момент, может быть, со временем...
Alright, so what he was saying is that if you go above 675 on a memory overclock, it crashes, okay? I tried 700 on mine and crashed. I didn't try it like between 675 and 700, but probably I'll have the same result. And like I said, it's a hard crash, like it goes into a blue screen of death. I have to hold my power button for like 10 seconds to restart the computer, to force shut down. But look at his hash rates. So another thing, this is I think Gigabyte notebook, so he has a different overclocking or like power and gaming utility where he can turn on turbo just for the GPU, and he could put his CPU on eco mode, which would be nice. Now I don't have that. I have this stupid triangle where if I put it on silent, alright, so look what happens. Look what happens to my hash rates. They're gonna go right down. See, I have 44.7 and now it's going down. Let's actually, because this actually changes, or rather that utility changes the GPU settings once we apply it. So let's try and see if we can put the computer on silent. Yes, it's still going down, and the power is going down, 81 watts, and the hash rate is going down. Should I actually try plus, or rather 675? Let's see what happens. And it's probably going to keep going down. We have to be in turbo, which in turn really jumps the CPU, which we don't want. Okay, but it cuts like 45 watts from the power. Let's try performance. So we'll see, my CPU is running at 4500 megahertz. Like, I don't need that. I don't need that, and the usage is 2%. But the frequency is mega high. And the GPU stats over here, you know, usage says 100%, whatever. What do we get? 37. Let's try it again, minus 202. See what happens. While it's catching up, I think it's gonna go back up to like 42, 43. So let's finish watching this video. See, he can set turbo on the GPU, and he's at 150 watts. Okay, watch this. He's getting, it's not super clear, 51.75 mega hashes in T-Rex. I'm getting the same stats in T-Rex, but it takes forever to update, so I'm just going to keep running the Phoenix miner. I mean, I'm not getting 51.75, I'm getting 44.75. So yeah, see, here we're under 44, so we're down a mega hash. So let's put it in turbo. Oh, it actually, wait, no, this is GPU. CPU. Like, we don't need 4500 megahertz on the CPU, that's insane. And our power jumps right up, it's like crazy. Oh, actually no, right now it's kind of low. I don't know why. Let's see what's going on here. I actually have Okay, I'll show you the power right now at 38 mega hashes. It actually has this, whoop. Okay, so it has this really nice 200 watt power supply. Here's our power, 110 watts, but we're running at 39.5 mega hashes, alright? So if we go to minus, oh, what's up? What was that? Minus 202, minus 202, apply. See where it goes. Oh, that's interesting. Before we were running at 150 watts, and now it's 109, 110. It's still there. It didn't go up. That's interesting. But basically, we are stuck at 40, like close to 47 mega hashes per second. Okay, and in half an hour, we found 3 shares. Let's click S. Effective speed 15 mega hashes. Effective speed 15 mega hashes. That is crazy. Okay, now for comparison, guys, here is a 1060s rig, so getting 90 mega hashes, double the hash power of this guy. All right, look at how many shares it found on the same server, same mining pool with the same difficulty. See, 10,000 mega hashes, so 10 gigahash mining difficulty. Identical, found 18 shares in 25 minutes. This guy found 3 shares in 33 minutes. Alright guys, so again, this is our power, about 110 watts. And we're getting 84 watts on the GPU. So that leaves us with about 25 watts for the rest of the system. That is crazy. Well, I guess that is efficient. Let's look at the Task Manager, see your performance. I don't know why we're running at 4 gigahertz. It's running boost because base speed is 3.3, alright? I don't know why we're running at 4.5, that's insane, but our total power right now is 25 watts for this whole system. I have no idea why. Probably because the CPU load is so low that it actually it overclocked, but there's no load, so it doesn't do anything. Okay, but basically we are stuck at 4 shares in 35 minutes, and if we press S again, it's an effective hash rate of 18. That's less than this 1060 GTX 1060 with Hynix memory, which I can barely get to like 21-22 mega hashes. Alright guys, so let's get the elephant out of the room. And let's talk about if this thing is worth buying. Okay. So I think long term, it would probably do better on the shares and probably would catch up to its rated, 44.7 mega hashes per second. But basically, for this brand new costs $1,450. So that was my cost. Is it worth it? Clearly not. I mean, for this kind of money, you can buy a 3080. Like, even if you way overpay for it, you get a 3080 for this kind of money for $1,400. It's not difficult to find, and you get double the hash rate. Yes, you use more power, but if you pay like 12 cents per kilowatt, that power is pretty cheap. So it's okay. And 90 mega hashes you will get easy out of a 3080, probably more like 100 mega hashes, and you can later resell it. So that's purely if you're looking at it from a mining point of view, right? It is, however, a really nice laptop. So I think this is the most you can expect out of it. And while that guy, the Russian guy, he got 52, I can't replicate it, and it could be the memory bandwidth. And I am sure this is not a max P GPU, although it doesn't say anywhere on Best Buy website that is max Q. Because usually they mark their GPUs as max Q. So this is clearly Max Q, which is a cut down version, cut down in terms of power that you can use on it, and probably because it is kind of thin, you know, it's not that fat typical gaming laptop, so they didn't put a beefy cooling system in it, and dissipate 130, 140 watts from a GPU is much harder than 80 watts, you know. So the payback on this thing, I did a calculation today. This would bring maybe like $3.5, $4 a day at a 10 cents per kilowatt hour power. Okay, I have 23 cents power, so probably like $2.5 a day I would make on it. Considering the $1,400 cost, that will take me way over a year to pay back. And you can see it's not finding many shares. I don't know why, but it's not doing really well. Not today. Effective rate 23, 24 mega hashes. Again, this could be like, you know, temporary thing. Doesn't matter. But clearly, you know, for mining, this is not the best approach. Even if you overpay for a 1060 or a 1070, or I mean 3060, 3070, you'll get a lot more hash rate at the same power or close to it, make a lot more money with it. But if you actually find a 3080 for $1,400, you'll be pretty good. You'll have double the hash rate. But if you use it as a, you know, as a powerful laptop that you can mine on, and you need a gaming GPU, a gaming laptop anyway, I think it's a great deal, because basically for $1,400, the best you can find is like a 2070. And that thing will barely make 40 mega hashes per second, and that's for a desktop GPU. I'm not even sure on mobile, all right? But you know, I'm thinking about, I'm considering keeping it because I can do a lot of video editing on it. On the other hand, I really like doing video editing on a Mac, so I'm not sure. I'm gonna play with it, see how I like it. I'm really not a fan of Windows. It's just the usability is killing me. So, hey guys, so another update. As you can see, this thing has been mining for about, say, 7 hours. All right, and you know, it's been going up and down. I had it shut off, but slowly it's basically reaching the average. Is reaching its actual hash rate, which is 44.67. All right, and here we found another share. As you can see, we got 45 shares in 3 hours. So that's 180. That's about 4 shares per no, 1 share per 4 minutes, basically, which is not bad. Okay. So yeah, here we have our calculated hash rate and an actual hash rate and a reported hash rate, and you can see the blue line, which is the average. It's actually a 2-hour average, but it's reaching the reported hash rate, so they're kind of equalizing. So my initial statement that this is mining below its actual hash rate was sort of incorrect. We gotta let it wait a little bit longer, but you know, and this is how much this thing would mine. So at currently there's about 3.5 ETH per block that we're mining. Not we, but like average network. So we would mine about $81 per month, and 0.05 ETH, which is like the minimum that you can withdraw from Nanopool, as well as most other pools. I think this is still not completely calculated or takes into account that, you know, it's been going up and down and whatnot. So by comparison, here is my 1060 rig with 4 1060s. All right, and the one I showed you right here on this monitor, and it's mining currently at 88 mega hashes, so just about double the hash rate. And here this is a little bit more stable, and the blue line is slightly above the black line. However, you can see over here it's actually below the black line, the reported hash rate. And here it shows that this rig with 90 mega hashes would earn $200 in a month. So I guess this thing will normalize, and once all this dance comes to about a straight line, I would say it's going to be $110 per month. So in about a year, this rig should pay itself off, and that's at current price of $1,600 per ETH, as well as a pretty low block reward. And here you can see the block rewards for the March 3rd. So it's almost the end of March 3rd, and you can see 2.8, 2.9, 3.05, 3.35, 3.2, 3.3, 3.5, 2.8. So the block reward is pretty low right now. So this morning we had one block at like 11 ETH, but overall it's been dancing around 3.2, 3.5, and the last few blocks are like well below, actually below 3 ETH. So this profitability is based on this low block reward, because currently there is not many fees, I guess, on the ETH network. That's why we're not making much money. Anyway, so this should normalize, and you would actually get an average of 44, 45 mega hashes at the pool as well as in the miner. By the way, guys, if I turn this upside down for maximum ventilation and better cooling, so it's basically pulling the air, throwing it right out, we're running at 100 watts. 44.5 mega hashes per second. So it's actually really nice. It's even more efficient than the much more efficient than the 1660, but the cost is insane. Yeah. Alright guys, so this is my mining review of the RTX 3070, and I'll just show you what it actually is. Okay, RTX 3070 with 8 gigabytes. Alright. Yeah, and it's not doing great on the hash rates. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel for sure. This 9 GPU 1660 build video is coming right up, so make sure you check it out and come back for more. See ya.